Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's live stream where we're going to be talking all about POD 2021 tips and tricks to make sure that you set up as good as you can to conquer the rest of the year. I'm joined by no other than my co-host, Thomas Gentleman. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Hey, Aidan. I'm very good. Hello, everybody out there. And yes, we will be talking about what to do in Q1 of 2021. It's a new year, as may be obvious from the name. We all know what this year is, and we don't want to dwell on it. So next year, what is the big thing to do? Well, the first thing to do is to realize that people will still be buying now. Yes, the Christmas cutoff is coming. Some products in some areas may already be past it, but people do still buy. What do they buy? They'll be buying the same things in the end of December as they will be in the beginning of 2021, and that's warm things. So sweatshirts and hoodies are huge. They're also higher value items, so you can charge more for them and take more of a profit. Sweatshirts in January are very, very good, and you should definitely be focusing on that, and then starting to think about, Valentine's Day, 14th of February, something to start to build up to. There's a whole lot to do there, but I would say, and this should come as no surprise now, cushions for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Every language, everywhere. I think it's Valentine's Day everywhere at the same time. If it's not, it should be. But I believe
if it's not, we will also have posts coming out to show you where it is, where it isn't, so you can obviously capitalize on where it is and where it isn't.
But definitely the most important market, the UK, and everywhere else, it should be Valentine's Day on the 14th. So that's a huge opportunity. So you should start to think about that. Cushions, sweatshirts, and hoodies are the things to concentrate on in January. Every niche is buying in January. No restrictions other than possibly barbecuing. You might struggle in the UK. Just going to throw that out there. But in Australia, it's the height of summer, so it's the perfect time for barbecuing gear. Don't try and sell sweatshirts and hoodies so much in Australia in the middle of summer. Remember that. So if you've got t-shirts designs or t-shirts that you're keen on that have been selling in summer in Europe, it might be time to try them out in Australia and New Zealand. Smaller markets, but very passionate. They love a t-shirt. They love a tank top, or what else are they called? Tank tops.
It's sleeveless, but no, it's more of a tank top. Tank top's the one.
Vests.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Yes.
Vests. So yes, there's a lot of opportunities out there in the market in 2021. A lot of people think that you have to discount heavily in January. I've never noticed that. You just go for it. Don't worry about what other people are doing. It's not like you're a store that's selling something that people have been expecting to buy and looking for a discount on, like a flat screen television or some kind of a widget to perform some task, or a coffee making machine, or spending their Christmas money on. No, this is impulse buying. They see the thing, they connect with it, they want to get through and buy. So I don't worry about any of the January sales or any of that kind of nonsense. You just get out there, same mentality as always.
I suppose the other thing to bear in mind as well, sort of difference in terms of yearly circumstances, a lot of people this year would have broken or become a lot more comfortable in buying things online. So it's only going to set yourself up better for going into 2021, right? So there's potentially going to be more eyeballs to buy more things next year.
Yeah, going outside is so last decade.
It really is. I mean, who would do that?
Absolutely. So this is the start of the Roaring Twenties. We're going to call it that. And I think it's going to be a great decade for online shopping and POD. Everything is still continuing on an incredible upward trajectory with no signs of slowing. I won't break into the Willy Wonka song there because of copyright, and also because of my voice, and certainly my singing voice isn't something I'd want to expose you to. At this stage, but certainly there are great signs in the market. Great, all the way through this, it's really been consistently rising. The switch to the old ways of doing things to the new ways of doing things, and that trend will only continue as we head into 2021. Next year, we're going to see a huge amount of sales in e-commerce. I think it will almost certainly be, as every single previous year has been, the biggest ever year for e-commerce, as the traditional way of doing things just goes away. And also people switching to businesses that can sustain themselves and revenue streams where they don't have to be tied to a single location.
Yeah.
You can run and sell POD products from wherever you are in the world. You don't have to do that. So if you're planning on a long holiday after the end of this current crisis, then this is the perfect thing to do on the beach. I've done this on the beach myself in the tropics for some time before. Now I'm in sunny London, but once upon a time I was doing that myself, and I can tell you it is certainly a lot better to be doing it on the beach than it is to be doing it in Europe. So think about that. Think about what you would want to do, how much you need to stay abroad, how much you can scale up, and open your mind to these ideas. Definitely, everybody's going to take a little bit of break for Christmas and Boxing Day, but over the holiday period, if you're normally working and you have got some time booked off, then it's a great time to start concentrating on what niches, do a bit of research, start to get some designs together, start to run a few test ads, just for the new people out there, and even for the experienced people and the people that have just gone through Q4. We know that a lot of you have done very well, so congratulations. It's not over yet. It's been certainly a great year for a lot of people. So whatever niche you're in, you want to look to expand. Like, what's your next steps? Plan next year. If you're in one niche, you want to be trying new stuff all the time, because there could be bigger and better things out there, especially with Valentine's Day, as I say, coming up. So that might be a great time to break into that more family orientated niche. A lot of people would have been getting engaged. That happens. A lot of people would have been getting pregnant. That happens. So they got to get engaged now. Or, maybe that's a bit old fashioned. Well, not getting pregnant, I think that's still a thing, but getting engaged might be not everybody doing, but there's still the Valentine's Day aspect of it will certainly be huge. And there's a lot of ways that you can mix that up with current news events, with single niches, with multiple niches. And I think that there's going to be some real money made and opportunities around that next year.
Yeah, and for those people who are looking to, or have been sitting on the sidelines or the fence and not got involved yet in selling, this year's been very, very interesting from my perspective, because I've seen people literally go from selling their first 10 or 20 units in a week to this Q4 literally going well over the 100 mark, well over the 200 mark, and well over the 300 mark. And that's all because of the hard work they did in the middle, the start, the middle, and towards the end of the year, right? It's not something that they just turned up and started killing it in Christmas, right? The hard work they put in the start of the year gave them the momentum to really capitalize and make the big bucks that they did now. So it's definitely something that I'd say, look, if you're looking to get into it, the sooner the better, because then you're just putting yourself in a more of a surefire place to make the most money you can towards next year.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that if you are just starting out, then there's a course.
Is there?
I've mentioned the course a few times. I think this is a free course indeed. Aidan's just searching the internet, scouring the internet for the link, and he'll drop that in the description. So if you are taking some time off and you haven't been able to watch the course, or you want to go and review it again, then this would be the perfect opportunity to do so. There's who knows whether next year we'll see the end of this thing or not, this thing, the thing that we can't say anything about because we're on the internet, but that thing that everybody knows about. No matter what, it will still be the biggest year for ecom so far, and a huge year for Moteefe. So
definitely
don't let any of that kind of negative thinking hold you back, and push on with what you want to do. And if you are starting now, then Q4 is still the biggest time of the year. Also, we do see in some niches Mother's Day being bigger, I would say, for a lot of niches, and a lot of sellers are really doing very well. Mother's Day is just every year. Mother's Day is challenging Q4 in POD to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, sales event of the year. Christmas is, one of those things, but a lot of people are buying stuff for Mother's Day, and those cushions really do fly off the shelves. So you've got a warm up with Valentine's Day, and then you've got the lead into Mother's Day, and then you've got the summer months, and then Q4 really starts. You can start testing those Christmas products in the beginning of September. Certainly by mid-September, sales start to come in, and then October, November, December are just crazy. So now is the time really to start thinking about what you're going to be doing. And if you're looking to test, a lot of niches or whatever you're doing, you should be coming up with lists of ideas and getting those sent through to the designer. If you come up with a great Mother's Day idea now, then get the artwork done now. Don't hang around. So when you get to that point, you've got it already.
Yeah. And there's been so many times this year where people are just going through their feeds, be it Instagram, Facebook, you name it, and they've seen a funny meme or a funny post, and then they've readapted it to a completely different niche, redesigned it, put it on a t-shirt, and it's gone from just a funny idea to someone selling 2,000, 3,000 units in the space of 3 or 4 weeks. So noting this stuff that you can instantly just get, oh, I get that, and it triggers an impulse. Just jot all of those things down. Look at the best ads that are popping up in your feed. Take pictures of them. Right, the course is in the comments, guys. So just click on that. If you can't see it there, add me on Facebook. Join the Moteefe Global group, and I can send it to you, direct message it to you. It's no problem. It's completely free. It goes through Facebook. It goes through how to find a niche, a design, everything like that. So there really is no excuse. It's free. It's online. Easy peasy. Right?
Indeed. So we hope that everybody out there has had a fantastic year so far, and we look forward to next year. We won't be doing a live stream next week on Christmas Eve, unfortunately. I know that you'll all be desperately disappointed, but we wanted to tell you now so that you could have time to get used to the idea, and it wouldn't ruin your Christmas, because we wouldn't want to do that.
No.
There could be an argument to say that if we had have done one on New Year's Eve, on Christmas Eve, that might have ruined your Christmas, but still. So, take the next few hours to recover from that. I know that you'll be desperately disappointed, but we will be back in the new year, wiser, slightly older, but definitely we're going to have a lot of exciting content updates and things to announce in the new year, and we look forward to that. So I guess Merry Christmas and a happy New Year to everybody out there in POD land. Aidan, give yourself a pat on the back for listening to me go on about POD for the whole of the year. We've both, and I speak for both of us now, because Aidan,
we just got to that point in our relationship. That's just how it is.
Well, I might not come back if that's the time. I know that I've enjoyed doing these throughout the year, and I hope they've been of some value. And thank you to Aidan for supporting and helping and dropping things in the comments. And Aidan, do you want to sum up the year of live streams? We've been doing these every week since March, I think, all the way through.
Yeah, it's been well over 35 live streams now. I can't remember the exact count. Interesting question. We will get to that. It's been a very interesting year. I think personally, I've really enjoyed the live streams. I've personally, as an account manager for Moteefe, have learned a lot from having these discussions. I hope that's transpired to all of the guys, and a lot of the questions that we asked aren't actually in the comments. They're actually questions that I've come up with because I'm interested myself. Again, next year, I will be asking you guys what you want to see from this live stream and how we can make it better in the new year. So let's keep your eye on your inboxes. If you or just outright message me and say, Aidan, if you did X, Y, and Z, I'd love to see this, or can you ask Thomas this on the live stream? please feel free to message me. It'd be really good to see your input and feedback, because that's what makes this better, right? It's a bit of feedback. Just on that question, Laurent, I think that's Laurent. Etsy and Shopify integrations. We're working on it. We'll have some news.
We have
for
that.
Within
We've got
.csv
fulfillment, which is live now. So there's absolutely no restriction to that whatsoever. Message Aidan and he'll give you the full breakdown. But yes, we can fulfill orders taken from those platforms or anywhere else you've got in the form of CSV, which is a great way of doing it. It's live right now. Wherever you're taking orders, we can fulfill them. Just fill in the CS. Well, Aidan can explain.
Yes.
He'll drop you a link to exactly.
I'll send you a video on how to do it all.
That's all live. A brand new feature, maybe 2 weeks old. We're seeing an incredible amount of volume coming from that. So thanks to everybody that has jumped on the CSV fulfillment option. Certainly a fantastic solution for wherever you're taking orders, and it's really super easy to do. Won't go into it now because but yes, we're already there. So
yeah, but please pop me a message and I will. I'll get all the info over to you and get that ball rolling, and support you in getting those orders fulfilled. So please also don't forget to message me some feedback on what you want to see from sort of the next live streams, and Merry Christmas.
I suppose it's
a quick year.
Pod rest ye merry gentlemen.
Nice. I like that.
That was the final pun of the year.
It wouldn't be a live stream without a good pun. So no.
It wouldn't be a live stream without you saying literally. So literally, this is the end of this year's live streams, and literally we'll be back next year, not figuratively.
Yeah, guys, take care. Have a great Christmas holiday period, and look forward to seeing you on the other side. Bye, guys.
Bye.